Hello and good morning. Okay, with your floor bundle will come your extendable pole. Now it does turn, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Make sure it's nice and tight. After you've decided how high you want the pole, so there is no bending. So when you're cleaning, you're just moving your pole like this, not like this, not like this, not like this. It's going to be up. For me, I like to have it like this, in line with my forehead. A bit large, if you might say. Now, you will get this little floor attachment. There is a little clip you take off, like this. So these little holes, they match the holes. So you put this in, and then with that clip, we just pop that in just like that. Now we make it nice and tight. Tighten your little screw thing up down here. Beautiful. Now once that's done, you've got your pole that's at height. Then we have our floor pad. This is our magic eraser, but it's a floor magic eraser. Does the same thing to your floors as you do to your walls. They're amazing. This must be soaking wet. Soaking. No, I'm not going to do it. So you get your sponge, you soak it in water, and then you put it on just like this. It's Velcro. It sticks. That's the whole point. So it's got to be really wet. I'm going to tell you where and where not to use this in a couple of minutes. Now, so this is your floor tool done, ready to go. Now, you will also get your degreaser. Could be 2 litre or 5. Not quite sure. But it's your degreaser. Now the degreaser, you will get a, 1 second. You will get an empty bottle and a commercial grade trigger. This comes with with the 2 litres and the 5 litres of degreaser. So you will put this in. You will put the degreaser in your bucket, and then you will spray the floor. Make sure, so this nozzle, it can go really like a gun, and then if you turn it back lefty-loosey, it actually turns right, it's tight when you turn it left. Then when you turn it tighter, which is left, then it will come out like a spray. Now, you will spray the floor. If you have a big floor that you'd like to do, there are, the big plastic garden things that you spray the weeds with. You can do the same thing by putting it in that bottle. And that way you go shh, and it's even faster. That's if you have a big floor, that's what you would do. But if you don't have a big floor, or you want to do it quickly, smaller floor. Put your degreaser in your bottle. Spray your floor. Wet. Your magic eraser pad is completely wet, and then you wash the floor. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to stop, lift up your pad, and look at how black the pad is. This will tell you how dirty the floor is. Now, you will need to rinse the pad out. So you might get your window bucket or a bucket. Mop bucket, no problems. You want to put it in with the hot water. I use boiling hot water. Just use boiling hot water. Put it in a bucket and then just push down like a sponge, like you're rinsing your kitchen sponge. We're doing the same thing, because this is going to make our job 20 times easier. But if the floor pad doesn't work because it's full, it's going to be harder. So we don't want to have to go over the same thing, the same tile, more than twice for the first time. So once we've washed a certain amount of floor, you might want to do one room at a time. Then you get your mop. This will come off. This gets chucked in the bin. You get your mop pole that you have to buy from Bunnings right now or a cleaning store. And then the pole just screws in like this. You have your bucket with boiling water in it, if you can, boiling water. So you've got your mop bucket with boiling hot water. You've got your mop, you've got your pole. Now you can see again, this is a pole where I don't have to bend. And then I'm going to rinse, put my mop in the bucket. Make sure that it's completely wet. Then I'm going to wring it out. And then I'm going to remove the product with the mop. Remove the product. Remember, when this is full, these are like fingers. They're fibers, but they're like fingers. When they're full, they will not work anymore. It's like moving product all over your floor. So make sure after you do 1, 2, 3, you can flip the mop over, 4, 5, 6, rinse it back out. When your mop bucket is too soapy, we change the water. You will probably have to change the water 2 times in a room. Remember, this is for the first time only. You don't do this every time. This is one time, the first time. By doing this per room, you are saving yourself $100 a room by doing this yourself. So it's a saving and it's got to be easy, but you want to make sure it's done properly. So once you remove the product, the tile is like brand new. There is no residue on that. And if you're not sure, when you finished, when you finished one room, clean it again with just the sponge and no product and see if any more grime comes off. If it does, you have to do the same process again. It shouldn't at all. You shouldn't be able to get anything off here unless you've done a quick job to begin with. Now, dilution. This is strong. It's a strong detergent. Now, for bad condition, this is made specifically to remove built up grime, built up anything. That's what it's made for. If there's no built up grime, then you don't spray it because there's no need for it. For medium soiled areas, dilute it 50-50, half water, half degreaser. For bad condition areas, don't dilute it because the reason you're buying this product is to make your cleaning easy. Cut your time in half. You go over once and that's done. You're not using this because of SHYN is amazing. You're using it to cut your time in half. Then once it's done, you will only need a cap or 2 of SHYN degreaser in your mop bucket on a regular basis with your hot water and your mop. And then every time you mop, you just mop like this. This should only be used every 12 to 24 months. Unless you have matte floors, you might have to use it by itself, maybe every 3 months. But normally, no. Most important, understand look at where you're cleaning. When you're cleaning the floor, look at the floor. There's a little bit of agitation, or no? Is your mop head dirty? Being present when you're cleaning is the most important thing to keep in mind. when cleaning your floors. Have an amazing day.